New Vulcan ball, game 1. Time in. 0-0.
Oh, yeah.
Right out.
Winner right off the bat.
It's a nice backhand.
0-0.
Nice volley. Wow. Great down the line by Ford. Showing his incredible passing shots. These kids, you can tell, were definitely tennis players.
0-0.
Just with the grunting.
Right out.
I'm just surprised none of them have approached the baseline, especially Ford being, so tall. He's hit just multiple great deep passing shots.
Point.
Boone gets on the board first.
1-0. Point. 2-0. Point.
2 missed returns. Nick, we're seeing it again where the missed serve returns.
Yeah, it's really important just to get the ball in, get it in play, make them hit a ball. Good passing shot by Boone. I think it's important for Ford to be able to anticipate that split step a little bit sooner, really use that length and reach. Because as these kids are only 16 years old, obviously, in a couple of years, they're going to have to be more pickleball players than tennis.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think right now they're looking like tennis players playing pickleball.
Correct. Yeah. And you'll see, kids a little bit younger than them that are just going to be pure pickleball players. You'll see, some of those are going to be the best in the world. That's just a great passing shot by Boone. He's really in rhythm right now. He's feeling his shots.
You think these two have played each other before?
I think more than once, Jim, probably.
I think so. Okay.
Soft game is going to be important to notice, the touch and stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm wondering if what I'd like to see is if either ever initiates some cat and mouse play.
Probably unlikely.
That's the sign that they've really learned to convert to pickleball.
Yeah, you have kids. You see, it's like a tennis volley. It's a good passing shot by Boone, but nothing that wouldn't be easy to handle if you have a backhand roll.
Yep.
Top spin out.
Stacksford comes to mind immediately with that shot.
Right. It's super important to do that. It's important to get the full scope of it, because when you enter into that pro tour, these guys can hit top spin volleys. They're fast. They're quick on their feet.
No, you're right. Once you get to the net, you're either looking for a volley you can put away, and if you don't have a volley you can put away, you're looking for just something you roll. Just roll it with top spin, roll it deep, keep your opponent back, live for the next shot. Something you can handle a little bit better.
Totally. But I have no doubt these kids will get there one day. They're doing a great job here.
And they're kind of playing this match like a
tennis match.
A lot of
baseline shots.
At the baseline.
Would love to see some more pickleball shots. Maybe some Ernies. There we go, getting up to the net. Nice flick. Well done by Ford. There we go. We got it. Ford looking like seeing if he can find a little momentum here. 2-7. Looks like he's feeling a little bit more. It's important to go broke on your serve. Go for broke on your return. Good serve by Ford.
Yeah, I'd like to see Ford. They've got the size. They can be able to really whip that serve. Get some cheap returns.
Nice top spin.
Point.
And we get a timeout the other.
Timeout. Receiver. 4-7. 1 minute.
Timeout by his brother. Boone. Nice volley by Ford. Ford in rhythm here. Boone.
Carvana's stock. That thing is booming.
Especially now at the PPA Tour.
I'm sure that's the reason.
Yeah.
Out. Right out. 7-4.
Yeah, and so, you know, it's really important to know for all the viewers watching at home that, you know, when you don't approach the kitchen line, you're not really applying a lot of pressure towards your opponent. So it's important that when you hit a good baseline shot to get up to the net. Like, if I were forward right now, I'd come up there. See, and he sort of did, but then he stopped himself. And it's just that whole point was played at the baseline where there were about 5 or 6 balls there where they both could have come in and, you know, could have been over in 2 shots, for example. So
totally agree.
It's a beautiful volley by Ford. Boone looking to find something here.
Six, 7.
Nice job of getting back in this match.
He's stayed contained this whole time. He's doing a great job, and it's all tied up, folks, here in game 1. 7-7. Shout out to the referees. They've been out here grinding for hours. Doing a great job. Missed ground stroke there by Boone. Ford is in rhythm. If I were Boone, I'd maybe call a timeout. What do you think, Jim? He just went on a 4-0 run.
8, 7.
Yeah, he tried one. He's got one.
Point.
It's always that question with the second timeout, whether you take it, because then you throw away your chance of doing the challenge.
9, 7.
Out, come on!
Wow. Ford is feeling it right now.
He is.
Game point. Here we go. Game point here
Game
for
point.
Ford Casady.
10, 7.
That'll do it.
Point game.
Nice job.
Time in. 0-0.
Boone seems determined to try to play this entire match on the baseline. I just
0-0.
don't like it.
A lot of potential, though, here, obviously. Whether they can convert that potential into execution and to success is going to be a different story, but this is just so impressive. So impressive.
No, they have
These
great-
2 kids, 16 years old.
Great,
Look at these guys.
Great ground strokes. They just need to
Yeah! Let's go!
the strategy of pickleball. I mean, if you watch mid-singles matches on the pro level, how often do you see a baseline point? You just don't see it.
Not really, yeah, not often.
I was watching Staxford and Garnett earlier, and obviously they can both hit great shots from the baseline, especially Connor. But what do you see? Basically every serve return coming in off the serve.
Especially when you're long, you're tall, it's important. Just come in.
Yeah,
you know?
both these kids have good size.
But I think just the volleys, I don't know if they've worked on their volleys.
That was nice. Good.
Nice little two-handed.
I like to see that two-hand backhand volley a la
Timeout
Connor
receiver. 3-0. 1 minute.
And a quick timeout there, friends,
Time in.
because players tend to enter with success in singles first, and double success comes later. And so what I watch is I'm watching players play singles and seeing if I see doubles skills on the singles court.
Yeah.
Most recent one I can think of is Noe Cliff. Noe Cliff came out in February in a tournament in Phoenix and played Tyson McGuffin, and everybody's basically, who is this Noe Cliff guy?
Right.
I had to look him up on the internet and never heard him before. I see he was the #1 junior player in France in tennis, and he immediately showed double skills. A lot of touch, a lot of cut shots,
0-4.
came to the net a lot, very comfortable at the net, and I immediately said this guy's going to be a very good player. And now by the end of the year, everybody knows Noe Cliff, and he's probably, around 20-25 in skill level.
Yeah.
But I'm not seeing that from either of these players
Yet.
yet.
Obviously they have some time to develop. They have years to come. Huge future.
Interestingly, if they were pure tennis players, it wouldn't be that far away. You see the kids break into the tennis tour as teenagers. It's an interesting question in pickleball whether.
That's a pickleball shot.
That was a great shot. Whether new players entering are going to need to break in at 18, 17, like a Hayden Patriquin, like a Gabe Tardio, or can they break in a little later?
Yeah, really good flick.
Yeah, that was a nice
By
point.
Ford Casady, doing a great job in that roll.
Now that's the way to do it. Very good banker.
Of pickleball singles and the Pro Tour for sure, at least, you know.
He missed the shot, but that was the right thing. That was the right shot, and he was definitely coming in after it. I like it.
I think if, you know, there was one coach to just take these kids under their wing, huge potential. Wow, what a passing shot. Ford's up at the net.
Check that challenge.
It looked wide.
Boone asking the refs, is he going to challenge? Just asked each of the refs, but he's not going to challenge him.
4-4.
Wow.
Point.
Ford couldn't go full out on that overhead again. He's looking dead into the sun.
But an incredible display of athleticism by both of these brothers here.
Yep.
This is really exciting.
4.
Wow. Out call on the serve. Sounds like we have a challenge.
We have a challenge.
Questioning
The
it,
outcall.
and
The
he is
outcall
gonna
puts us
challenge.
at
Did the
side
board
up.
still look
4-5.
in real time.
Out ball. Yeah, let's see here.
No.
We'll see what our video referee thinks though.
Hi, I'm here.
Just having a little conversation there with Ford's mom.
Sounds like they won the challenge. So Ford that challenged the serve, the out ball call that Boone made was overturned. So the ball was in. And that could have been a momentum shifter for Ford, for Boone.
Nick, their mom told me that they just switched from tennis to pickleball this summer. So,
Yeah, I mean, that's not surprising.
I think that's why we see more tennis-oriented skills here than pickleball specific.
Yes, they need time to develop. But very bright future for both these kids.
Ford apparently is the better singles player. Mom says he's won 4 straight tournaments, but that Boone beat him recently. So, sounds like Ford's got a little bit of an advantage, but brotherly knowledge might make a difference.
Wow, what a point.
A good point, but again, there's where Boone had control of the net and gave it up.
7-4. Point.
Nice passing shot. Still like him coming in the net, though, even though he got passed.
Yeah.
8-4. Right out. Four, 8. Right out.
Wow.
Boone was looking at us.
Yeah,
hoping we
Boone
would
looked at
signal what we
us.
thought.
That ball was in.
I'm not signaling.
8-4.
That was a great shot.
Right out. Challenge, you asking me or you want challenge?
And
Have another challenge.
Another
We're gonna
challenge.
challenge the out call. The out call puts us at
2
ball stands, ball was up. Ball stands, ball time up. No timeouts.
Out call
1
stands.
timeout.
I think that's
We
correct.
resume play at 4-8. 8.
See Annalie Waters walking by to warm up for one of her matches. Interesting to think that Annalie's only 1 year older than these players.
Yeah, that's crazy to think about.
Yeah. 1 year older and she's been playing a couple years.
Come on.
Well, Annalie's been playing since she's been like 12, right? Or 11?
Yes, when she switched over.
Call that out. 5-2-2. You don't have any challenge. You don't have any timeouts.
Oh, looks like Ford wants to challenge that one again, but he's out of timeouts, out of challenges.
I don't
It
even,
hit the line and it went.
I can't change it.
We don't have, you don't have timeouts.
Ball stands.
So the
Point.
call is going to stand there for Boone. I couldn't tell if it was in or out, so
Couldn't tell either.
5-8.
no help there, viewers. Sorry.
Oh my God.
Side out.
It's going to be important to slow down on those net cords.
8-5.
One interesting thing, Nick, is I'm trying to see what kind of grip they're using. It looks like, looking at Boone's grip, it looks like he's got
Western.
at least a semi-western.
Yeah, definitely a Western grip.
Full western.
Oh,
Yeah, he's pretty far under that paddle.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You don't usually see a full western from the pros these days. I have wondered whether the game has switched to that.
Yeah, let's go.
Side out.
Because it's so much more of a volley-oriented game than tennis, you tend to see, you know, at best people use a semi-western and then maybe even change at the net.
Side out. 9-5.
We
Point.
see our first real cat and mouse point.
Match point.
That gets us to a match point. Match point here for Ford.
10-5.
10-5. Look long, but no call.
Really smart decision by Boone.
Helped by the net. I think Ford could have gotten that if it hadn't ticked the net. Both
I
these
love
players
that.
can cover a lot of court.
I love that Boone slowed down in that moment. Really good shot. Just a lot
Side
of
out. Match
missed
point.
ground strokes.
10-5.
Consistency is going to be everything.
Point. Game. Match.
Ball over the fence and the match ended.
Both of these men showed incredible athleticism out here today. Or I should say boys. The future of pickleball is in good hands for the juniors.
Come over to this side. Just watch out for that team. We're good right there.
Ford out there ready to get his trophy. And Mom,
Ford is very excited.
Mom. I guess is that Dad too?
I think it's Dad and Mom.
I think they might be sponsored by Fila.
Junior PPA Finals.
Congratulations to Boone Casady on an incredible display of pickleball today. Coming out on top of the Brothers Showdown.
That's one happy kid.
Bragging rights to the next tournament.